person that benefit most out of it is the person that owns the business. All right? So that's how I would like to say, for instance, me and this brother work at a steel mill. Our owner made about $50 to $60 million last year. But me and him, if we was to work that whole year, we'd have probably only made a crumb of that. Nowhere near a million. You dig what I'm saying?
A million, yeah.
So that's the point.
Whatever.
Let's open up.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Are they teaching, what are they teaching you as far as history of who your people is in school? African American, right? Okay, but it doesn't go back past what the slave going into slavery. Does it go any further back than the slavery part? Are they even teaching you about the slavery now? Okay, we gonna open up. Give us 1 second to open up, and then we go do anything. All right, come on. Which way is east?
East is
this way. East is that way.
Yeah, it's
sure?
Way. This
positive,
way.
yeah.
It's positive.
Okay. All right, then let's open up real quick.
You got a camera started?
It's rolling. Okay. Shalom, we real Hebrew Israelites. Come in weekend and we got the prophets on the downfall of America. Before we get started, like always, we want to send all praise, honor, and glory to to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York. We want to send double honors because they do rule well. To the brothers around the world, standing out in the streets, pushing this truth, week in and week out, breaking the scriptures down correctly, trying to wake our people up. I send salutations. They're hopefully elect, but this is edifying. With that, like I said, we got a young man here. He said that they was teaching African American history, but first of all, let's get something understood. African American. Where does those names come from? Do you know? Okay. Okay. African is Africa, or the continent of Africa is named after a guy named what?
Leo.
I got it right here.
Leo.
His name is Scipius Africanus.
Leo
Scipio Africanus. All right. Okay, he was a Roman general. Okay. That's a white man. Now, America, so they calling you African American, right? America is named after Amerigo Vespucci. He was like a philanthropist and that type of thing around the time of Columbus. Okay? So they got you calling yourself a nationality that is actually of two white men. Okay? So now, I say that to get you to understand, it's like the brother said. That slave, have they showed you the pictures of the slave ships and that type of thing? Okay? Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. I'm gonna show you. They show things, they put things right in your face, but then they don't go and let you get the true grit of what actually is. So give me the Deuteronomy 28:68.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. It says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships."
Okay, now let me ask you a question. If you had some money, had a passport, all these types of things, and you wanted to go and you went over to Egypt, what is it that you want to see? Pyramids. But what's on the back of your dollar bill? See, so the Bible speaks in what's called a similitude or allegory. It's parabolic as well. It's going to give you something that you have to totally shut your eyes to, not to be able to see the correlation. Okay? You said out your mouth that if you had a passport and could get to Egypt, you want to see the pyramids. But on the back of your dollar bill is a pyramid. It's saying spiritually you're going to go into, as a matter of fact, give me that, spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
Revelations 11.
Huh?
Revelations 11.
See, this is a spiritual thing that we're doing. What we're going to show you is, like, as you see, we're showing you through the scriptures. I got him calling out. I'm calling out scriptures. He's going into his Bible. Like I said, if he didn't want to use his phone, he could actually pull it out and do it this way. But he's going to. You give me the Deuteronomy 28:68. I'm gonna let him pull out the
11 and 8.
Yeah,
11 and 8.
Okay, so now, this is a spiritual thing, and so I'm gonna show you how the Bible even makes you, because Sodom and Gomorrah, you understand? Do you understand about Sodom and Gomorrah? Okay, Sodom and Gomorrah was a land similar to America in the sense of homosexuality was rampant. It was rampant.
You know about Lot, Abraham's nephew, when he prayed?
He said no. I actually didn't know Sodom and Gomorrah. to know all. Okay, so no, he said no. So I'm gonna give it to him as what he does know. I'm gonna instruct that, and what he don't know, I'm not gonna try to make him know. I'm gonna deal with what he said. So Sodom and Gomorrah, being what it was a land kind of like America in a sense, but it was full of Hamites, Africans, things of this nature. See, they got you calling yourself an African when you're not. It was full of Africans though, Hamites, different lineage of us. Because we come from, let me ask you one more question then. Do you know about Noah? Don't know about Noah? Don't know about the Great Flood? Oh, okay. So see, we got to go and break some things down. We can't build on something that he don't know. We got to give him what he knows. Okay. The earth was so wicked.
I get it.
Okay. See, we got to find out where somebody is at to build him. We can't put stuff on him and he don't know. He don't have the basis to be able to understand it. Okay.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get the point because we say when the Lord came up, he said he looked upon men's hearts and it was saw nothing more but continue to be wicked.
6 and 5, Genesis 6 and 5. The imagination was, their thoughts were evil, wicked.
That must be 6 and 5, yeah. 6 and God saw it. Okay, come.
Okay, so this is what the Lord was dealing with when he had to bring this flood that you don't know about, but I'm gonna show you in the scriptures where it happened. Go ahead.
This is Genesis 6 and 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from off the face of the earth, both man and beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air, for he repented me that I have made them. Now, why did the Lord say, based off what I just read, why did the Lord say he's going to destroy man which he's created upon the earth? Because what? Because he said what? Exactly, their thoughts were continually evil. Now, what is evil? What is bad and what is good? Thinking against the Lord, right? Because if they was thinking if they was thinking the way the Lord think, they wouldn't do evil. They would do good concerning the Lord, right? So they was doing evil concerning the Lord, you know?
Like your parents, for instance, if you want to go off that basis. Say, for instance, your moms and your dads told you to do something and you didn't do it. Now, behind that comes what? A punishment, because you didn't listen to what they said. So that was evil according to their thoughts. That's why they created you. And they only raised you up to be right. You know? Same as the Most High.
So with that having been said, and all those things being what they were, he saw one man on the whole planet that he thought was righteous. That was Noah.
Let me finish. It says, verse 8, but Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. There are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations.
So the Lord saw Noah as being a just man. He did the things he was supposed to do. Even though the whole world was doing what it was doing, Noah was doing what he was supposed to be doing according to the Lord. Go ahead.
It says Noah was a just man. You know, just means good. He was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, and it says, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them from the earth.
So the Lord was going to destroy man off the earth, but he was going to let Noah survive, and Noah 3 sons, which was Shem, Ham, and Japheth, as the brother read. They had wives. So when the Lord, he did a great flood. He flooded the entire planet and killed off everything that had lungs that breathed, except for what was on that boat. So that ark, that big old ark where all the animals went on and stuff like that, that is how mankind was carried over from the flood until now. That's because all flesh had died off except for what was on that boat. Now, with that having been said, his 3 sons is what helped repopulate the earth. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Our line, the so-called Negro, came from Shem. The Africans, as you know them, which would be the Hamites, Canaanites, all these different sections of them, came out of Noah's son Ham. Okay? So, with that being the case, you say they are teaching a little bit about so-called African American history, right? That's why the slave posters never said Negro for sale. I mean, never said.
They should have never said Negro for sale.
No. It's not. It said the slave signs never said Africans for sale. It always said Negro.
That's right.
That's why, because of the fact that they knew that there was a different line of people. We both dark. Who they inwardly called Jesus when he was getting ready to get killed, when he was born and wanted to kill him, he was told by an angel, his father was told by an angel to take him down into Egypt because they were dark people, they could blend in. Like you. Give me a white neighborhood that's around here.
Who?
A white neighborhood.
Highland.
An Edomite neighborhood now.
Never heard of it.
Okay, let me change that up there since you're gonna
rephrase it.
Okay. The Edomite race. The Edomite race is what these people know as
Caucasian.
Caucasian. The Caucasus, but they come from the Caucasus Mountains. This, that, and the other. You would see them as. Let me see.
Santa Claus.
That girl right there might be one.
Called red-handed. He's a red man.
Okay.
Say what it is.
Okay.
You know what the white person look like.
You know what the red. Hey, I'm gonna ask you a question. You know what the red man is, right? Okay. See this brother right here? He light-skinned, right? So-called, right? But he has pigment on his skin, right?
What is pigment? Does he know? See what I'm saying? You giving him more understanding than he actually got.
Okay. But this is simple.
Pigmentation is this. When the sun hits your skin, right? The sun helps your skin get melanate, vitamin D, energy. See, the other thing about the Caucasian race is they don't have melatonin. So what happens with them is when the sun hits them and they stay in the sun for too long, they burn. And they got a thing that's called skin cancer. So if they stay in the sun for too long, an Edomite can get skin cancer, whereas you can't. You understand? The sun is actually healthy for you. The sun helps you lose weight.
Vitamin D.
And you can actually see how the sun done changed it. Right here on this line, right here.
Yeah, you've been outside.
You've been outside. And that's why this is darker, but I can see where you're a little lighter underneath here. Because you're able to absorb that sunlight. This Edomite can't. Okay? That's why he's also known as, like you said, the red man. He called himself redneck. Okay.
It's a cursor to them.
Yeah, Edomite. I know you want to say that word.
Let me,
It's a cursor to them. It's a cursor
Don't give
to
him
them.
that no more.
let me ask.
I don't want to give him that word. We good. I don't want to give him that word, but I've got to deal with somebody that know them when I deal. If they don't know, I got to bring them up to speed. So now, all that being
I
said,
ain't saying none of that.
okay.
Salaki. If I'm misinformed, Salaki.
All that being said was for this. We came from a different line of dark-skinned people.
Because look, Cain killed Abel. So one of the curses that the Most High put on him was to be different from the rest of the people.
So he stripped his metal. He was dark like you, and he made him look like one of them.
I got him.
Could you imagine being one day all of a sudden you ain't got no color to your skin? Yeah, but that's what happened.
Hey, guess what happened? If you had sex with a light-skinned woman, right? Chinese, a so-called Chinese woman, right? And you have a shorty with her, and she come out, and she like, your son like a Chinese woman, right? And then your son have a Chinese, he sleep with a Chinese woman, right? And he do the same thing. Now all of a sudden, it came from you though, right? But down the line, your son is with a Chinese woman, and he don't look according to God's skin or whatever, is he is something different? He came from you, right? The same way, if I take an apple seed, take it to China, even though it's from Chicago, I take it to China, it's still, when I put it in the ground, it's gonna grow, right? And it's still gonna be an apple seed. You got a scripture out?
I do.
Go ahead.
God, this is Ezekiel. I'm Slacky, not Ezekiel. This is Exodus. God, this is Exodus 1:19. This is only to show you that there's a difference between we're not. The government has lied because the government control what you learn in school, right? The government lied to you. God, the fool system. The government controls what you learn in school, so they lied to you. That's all we're trying to prove, you know. Exodus 1:19, it says, the midwives said unto the Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and it says, and are delivered ere the midwives came unto them. So basically the point of that scripture was saying that the Egyptian women are not like the Hebrew women. You know where Egypt at? It's in Africa, right? So being African is different from being Hebrew, because he said the Egyptian women, the African women, are not like the Hebrew women. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. We might look alike, you know, but you're not supposed to just look on the outward appearance, you know? Because the Lord said, I am always going to be with the Israelites. So basically, remember we talked about Moses? I mean, not Moses, but Noah's Ark? I just read to you that the Lord said, I'm going to destroy the whole world because they don't do what I want them to do, right? The same thing is going to happen now. The Lord is saying the same thing today. The Lord is saying, I'm going to destroy the whole world because they don't want to do what I want them to do. But he gave us a way to be saved out of it, you know, which is, you got something?
Yeah, I got you, bro. This is Alexis. I mean, Slacky.
Alexis.
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 I hope we get Alexis, goddamn it. Go ahead.
Man, it might be the spirit. This is Exodus 11:7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that Yahweh doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
That's right. And when they say that not a dog shall move his tongue, it's speaking about heathens speaking against the Lord's people, Israelites. You know, it's likening everyone that's not an Israelite to being a dog. Man, basically they're under us. We're on top. The Israelites are on top of the world because we are the people near into the Lord. Huh?
I got two real quick. The book of Genesis 45 verse 10. It says, and thou shalt dwell, I'm start at 9, it says, haste ye and go up to my father and say unto him, right? Thus saith thy son Joseph, God hath made me Lord over all Egypt, come down unto me and tarry not. So you had the Israelite amongst the Egyptians. Joseph, one of the 12 sons. It says,
and the way we prove that Egyptians is Revelation chapter 11 verse. Go ahead.
It says, and thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children, and thy children's children, and thy flocks, and thy herd, and all that thou hast. So we had a land within the Egyptians' land. The Lord said, like the brother said, by us having our land within their land, being a separate, different people, the Lord put a difference. When all the plagues came, you knew they was getting messed up. The Israelites in Goshen, they was not getting messed up. They was good. They had light. Their cattle ain't die. That's how you know that difference. Like, the Lord dealing with these people.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that old movie, The Ten Commandments? Never seen The Ten Commandments, even at Easter time?
Pop, I ain't never seen the Ten Commandments.
Okay. Wow, okay. They normally put it on TV all the time, but okay. So yeah, but all we trying to get you to understand is they got you labeling yourself African American when you're not. You're an Israelite. Okay? Your bloodline. You say that you believe that your people was the ones that was on the slave ships that came over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So since that's the case, that would make you an Israelite by blood.
Now,
being dark like that, you're probably of the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, or Levi. Okay.
Can I say something real quick? Now, with that being said, they lied to you for a reason. You know, the reason that they didn't want you to read the Bible because they didn't. Now you do know when they teach you in school that they don't want slaves to read the Bible, right? Did you know that?
Did they teach you that?
I saw in the that they didn't want them to read.
Exactly. That's based off of true events. Because when we came over here, they didn't want us to read the Bible because